Hello?
Hey, Queen, how you doing?
Good, and you?
I'm okay.
Look, now you know Queen always, you know my saying, when you do right, follow, right?
Right.
Now, I've been following you, and I agree with everything you've ever put up. Even when I didn't agree, I just tucked my bottom lip and kept it moving, because I know your intentions have always been good. But you put some up today that I didn't agree with. And I don't get on Facebook and bash people. I don't call people. You know, Queen Jury and stayed out the way. Yeah. And I just was like, this not his spirit, and I don't want you to get caught. I know you and Terrell has got some back and forth stuff, and I don't even know what that is, and I really don't care. But when you put that up about Prophet Meshach, I didn't like that. And I don't call, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna never call 50 people. I'm gonna always call a source, because I don't do that. I don't get on Facebook and I don't do that, because I still love you, your wife, your kids, your family. And I just was like, I didn't have your number, so I said I'm gonna inbox him and ask him to call me, because you've always been very respectful, always. You don't have and I just don't want you to, you know, your platform is good, but I don't want you to get off into the negative, even if that's how you feel. I don't ever want you to lose people from your platform because of negativity. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Even with Terrell, you don't let him take you off of your platform, because you have people's eyes and ears, and they're listening and they're watching, and God got a great work for you, but He ain't gonna use you when you start swaying to the way of what the world wants you to do, and that's not your character.
That's
and
true.
I know Terrell have a way of, you know, brushing people the wrong way. I get that, but you don't allow him to brush you, because you doing the work for God.
That's true.
You understand what I'm saying? You doing the work for God. I don't know what Tyrell doing. He should be too. But I've been watching your platform, and when I seen the stuff about Meshach, and not because it's my leader. If it was any leader that you said that about, I would have reached out to you, because I have been watching you, and I want you to stay on that road that you're on.
Yeah, that's true. Queen, I never.
Understand what I'm saying?
we was busy. I never got to tell you thank you. Like when you prophesied Kendra, like when you wouldn't let us break up, I never got a chance to say thank you. You like really good when you like kept taking up for me, like, because I didn't have time to see that I had like bad relatives, you know. And hold on, let me say, I apologize to you for being his wife and had to endure women coming in there after your husband. That's not right. So I apologize, and I sympathize with you for having to deal with that. You know, you had to deal with that.
Yeah, and it's not an easy job. And then I just, you know, Queen Jury, just what I say is just keeping it real. Yeah. You all, I don't want y'all bashing leaders, but then y'all post people that have slept with other people's husbands and had babies by them and broke up homes. You know what I'm saying? You post your kid all the time. You know, and y'all always know, I always told y'all, I never faulted her for things that happened, because I was married to Prophet Hiram. He was committed to me, not Shakia. So I can't be mad at her, but I just want y'all to have a balance. When y'all fighting things, fight things that's right. If people ain't did nothing to you, know, even with Shakia, I'm not angry with her. Guess what? Shakia was one of the people that I love, and you know, when it comes to your sisters, they was the top people that I love. Them girls, and even your mom, they were special to me. I came to y'all, to where y'all lived at that time, and your mother had all them people in the living room. That was because I knew that you all would be able to save a nation. I ain't been to nobody else's house to teach no people. Yeah. Because I knew that family would save a nation. So my thing with you is, I don't want you to get caught up in losing people on your platform, because if it was just hypothetical, it was Joseph, it was John, it was Titus, it was whoever, I would have called you and told you about every last one, because I don't want you to get caught up in that. So that's what Queen. I'm coming to you as Queen Jury. I'm always gonna be your queen. And I just want you to stay on that platform. Don't let Terrell take you off of your platform.
Well, Queen,
because you have a lot of people watching you.
Yeah, Queen. Now I apologize to you because you are who you are, and it's very true. And you said even if y'all break up or whatever, I got it up there like, no, she's still forever the first lady of New Haven Coptic Temple, because your words, you're so powerful. You said it. Now the other part, and I give you honor, and I apologize only to you. But when it comes to leadership, this is the thing: is men. This is not towards him. It's because he told me before, like, hey, I see you got us all on the internet. Then he started posting on the internet, so we helped each other. Now the other thing is, if I'm up and coming and I'm supposed to be a leader, I'm supposed to be able to reach out to you and say, hey, Prophet, can you help me with this and that? How does the Coptic leadership go? I don't get that. He doesn't answer the phone. He doesn't do anything. So I'm like, okay,
But he's working on another project, so it's always. And guess what? Let me give you a gem. I wanted to do something in the Coptic faith, and a lady told me. She said, if God wants you to do it, nobody has to help you. He'll get it to you. And guess what? It happened just like she said it. And she was a high queen, and she could have helped me, but she didn't. And guess what, Taiwan? I loved it that she didn't help me, because guess what? I learned it on my own. Yeah. So guess what? Ain't nobody told you, helped you with nothing. God gave it to you to learn on your own. So look at a situation in more than one way. Maybe Meshach not answering you because he know you got it. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe he know you got it.
I'm so happy to talk to you, but it's another thing, Queen, that those words is like a question, because look, he put Terrell and Burnell life at risk. When you talk about spiritual battles, he sent them to the two temple of Solomon to say things. Now, only reason I say that, I got evidence, because the queens, when I go there to get a crown, they try to put a spiritual curse on me because of their actions, because him sending people there to bash the emperor. So, and I was a witness, Queen. I was a witness. I'm like, whoa. I mean,
you probably was, but who did he send them, or did they go?
Nah. I talked to Burrell. He's like, I didn't.
Burrell is a liar. So did he send them, or they went? So see, I know these people. Did he send them, or did they go?
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? And even if all I'm saying, if I'm not telling you can't feel a certain way, let's clear the air on that. But what I'm saying, when you put things out like that, it's not good. The Bible talks about don't put your mouth on nobody. I'm not never gonna put my mouth on her. You ain't never ever seen me write nothing on Facebook about Hiram. And guess what, Taiwan, I was angry at one point in my life, but guess what I did? I stealed away and I let God use me. I don't do that, and I don't want you to do it. You don't have to. You could still feel the same way that you feel, but I had to let you know how I feel as your king.
Yeah.
And I'm never gonna lead you astray or make you. I'm not gonna do that. And guess what? Anything else that you post that I don't agree with, guess what I'm doing? I'm gonna call you. I ain't finna get on the internet and talk about. He don't know what he's talking about. I'm not gonna do that, because I don't do that. Everything you see me post on Facebook is always positive.
Yeah.
I don't get into that, because my overflow. All I ever look at my overflow. And just like I tell God all the time, I pray for my people. Even if I'm not in the midst, I'm still praying for y'all. Because guess what? And y'all still wanted to be a New Haven Coptic Temple. But for whatever reason why what went down, we all separated. But guess what? And my love for y'all ain't never changed. Never. And it ain't gonna ever.
Yeah,
I love y'all as if y'all was sitting there in the class school of wisdom and I was still teaching y'all. I still love y'all the same way.
If I had a request, can you help me and Kendra again? I never asked you for nothing, but this time I asked you. Them other times you were just amazing. This time Like if I can get her number and talk to her and have a relationship. But that's if you want to.
I don't really talk. I can, but I don't really talk to Kendra. But I am her friend on Facebook, and I will inbox her and I'll call her. If she calls me, then I'll talk to her. I don't have a problem with that. All she can do is say yes or no, or she thinking about it, or she in a relationship. That's all she can say. Because Kendra ain't never been disrespectful towards me, so she ain't gonna be like, Queen, stay out my business. She ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, you're her teacher. You're like her spiritual mother forever. I think that's how it go. That's why I asked you. But Queen, so it's a thing. Like Friday night is the church night. That's where people get chopped down. They get chopped down. Now it's not when we're men and we're Coptic. So like I said, it's a monarchy, and it had to go out there like that because I'm not a preacher, right? I'm not a preacher, and the Coptic religion must continue to go on, and so it must be cleaned up. If the leaders are doing bad things, it must be addressed so the next generation won't get affected. That's what we are doing. It's just a question, and we gonna get our feelings hurt. Go ahead, Queen.
But people been trying to clean up the Coptic faith forever. So let me say this, Taiwan. You gotta live by your truth and your faith. Because guess what? It's a lot of people out here ain't doing what they supposed to do. And guess what? I'm not here to judge them. I want every church to clean up their act. But in the meantime, between time, all I can do is hold on to my faith. And one thing about it is we can't love one leader that did wrong, and then we bash another leader that we don't know truth about. So that's all. That's.
Yeah, Queen, you're right, but like
117. That's. Because I don't know what 117. Go ahead, I'm listening. I'm sorry.
You're right, but the viewpoint, like I said, it hurt. It's going to hurt. If somebody says something about Prophet Joseph, Prophet Hiram, it hurt. But now this the thing. It's a lot of secrets going on, and people are holding in anger. That's why it's addressed like that, so people can get healed and they can have confrontations that say, hey, I was wrong, I was this, I was that, and then it's settled like normal humans. The problem is when normal humans, we grew up in the projects, you already know, when they come in there and they see regular people or people that supposed to be better than them around the people that's selling drugs, going to jail, prostitution, girls getting raped, all these things, when they see supposed to be holy people acting worse than the people that's from the projects, they gone. So that's why we set it up in a way that, hey, we call you out on your BS. Can you fix it and apologize to anybody you offended so it can be healed, so the religion can last? That's why we brought it down. You ain't so holy that you didn't make mistakes, so fix it.
Oh, well, that's all of us. There's not a perfect person in this world.
That's what we doing to try to make it clean. So people won't see it and run. Like, nah, y'all worse than the people who are in slavery, got plagues, child support, getting raped, girls getting raped,
Yeah, but one thing about it is, I if I had to choose a church today, I don't see a leader for me. I just don't.
But Queen, you are perfect and you're right, because New Heaven is a place where people graduate and go out there. Like when you post a picture that you've been to London, that's what Queen's supposed to be doing. Now you're perfectly right, and you're perfectly the one that Mother Rebekah drew for her grandson. But it's just a graduation phase. Because in Prophet Peter Day, they had like the young people class, like the people who don't got the Holy Ghost, and the Holy Ghost people class. Now, New Heaven is a pop-up shop because it's not supposed to be a church for a long time. When Mother Rebekah left the earth, New Heaven supposed to close down. That's why I'm writing a book called New Heaven's Dark Days, because it wasn't designed for him to be out there without her. So that's the thing, and that's a secret. That's me and you having that conversation because we were there. But people that's out there, they probably never know. That's a secret. He's not designed to be out there doing that. That's why Prophet Peter put Prophet Hiram on the rostrum, because it's a new heaven. The new heaven is going to be doing things different. Prophet Cicero came in a time where black people were getting destroyed. So it started with the old heaven. Now, the new heaven is a graduation phase where you should be living the good life. That's why y'all talked about spirituality connect with reality. Because people supposed to be out there riding on jets, going to London, going to Japan, going to Hawaii, living the good life with your spirituality. See, it's a difference. They don't have the secrets. That's the thing. New heaven is a graduation place. Prophet Hiram not supposed to be doing that till he like 90 years old. He wasn't designed. God didn't call him for that. I'm sorry, but Queen, that's the difference. Like somebody told Mother Jazzy, hey, somebody's gonna give you a gift. That gift is the royal family for him to like do something for a season.
So what church do you go to?
I don't go to none. I'm the same, Queen. We the same. We graduated. We come in there, and we're blessed to we're blessed for him to like bless us and be in the presence.
So you live in Chicago?
New York to Chicago, back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how's your mom doing?
Oh, well, I'm unable to talk to her. So this the thing. Okay. This the thing. When you said it also, she, how she treated you and how she treated the prophet and everybody, she treated us the same. So it's a no talking thing. It's a no talking thing.
So do you talk to your sisters?
Well, and so this the other thing. I tried to, but secretly, so this the other part of the story that you didn't get. They were like my mom was using Tierra to like attack Kendra. So, and that story can go for a long time. So there's a split, there's a cutoff because so much evil they did to me and Kendra while we was just trying to raise our family. So that's a good question, and I answer that short.
Do you see your girls?
No, Kendra is a suburban girl. She grew up with a good family that's like Army and like good family. So when in 2011 when the church closed, she was disgusted because she have a good family. She have a good family. And she was already defending Coptic because Capanan City, like her church and her sister crucified her for going to the Black Jesus church. That's why her sister didn't come to the wedding. That's one of the reasons she didn't come, because she thought we was devil worshippers and all these things. So she used that plus her jealousy as a woman to like crucify her younger sister and not come. So, but I'm unable to talk to them because this is the thing. In 2011, when the church closed, right, and then our portion of it, and then my sister started calling me like, I told you something wrong with her, but you said it, Queen. You prophesied it, and they gonna be mad because they want the things that she got. They call like, we saw her on Facebook. She dating somebody else. She la. So they hatred towards me, and they kept crucifying me, making me cut them off. But I try to talk. They still talk like demons, so I don't talk to them. So that's what happened. That's what we was all busy. You probably don't know what happened afterwards, but that's what happened after 2011.
Because I haven't talked to her.
You talked to Tierra?
I've talked to your sisters. I have talked to them over the years. Yeah. I haven't talked to Kendra.
Yeah, Kendra.
Did your brother ever get out of jail?
Yeah, he's out. Prophet Hiram is amazing. He went to all our graduations, and he went to see Tyrese in jail. I don't know what he's an angel. He's out, but like what we was just saying, he don't want nothing to do with church, but he's okay. I talked to him, and I just told you the drama, and I don't know how to do drama. I told just like a block on dealing with them because, like, if me and Kendra get back together, I need her. You know what I mean? Because she has the children. I need her, and I need them out of our business. Do you ever try to
reach out to her through social media?
Well, I need somebody to do that for me. Because in 2020, she tried to come back. She's wearing black and red. She tried to come back. But I was with the New York girl. Like, I have a girl in New York. I have a girl in New York, and so she asked some questions, but then I wasn't ready. But now I'm ready. I wasn't ready to like address it. So she stayed positive. Like I said, it's so much damage. She took abuse also for the church closing, but I like the setup. I like that you took care of her, you defended her, and you opened a door for her to make crowns. You opened that door for her so she can make my crowns, because we don't trust all of them. Just like you and Prophet Hiram, when y'all slept, when y'all had to go to sleep, y'all probably had to anoint the bed. Hey, we can't go to this church, that church, this church. And the people that's in my life, they don't deal with Coptic. Like I said, they don't deal with it. We just want our garments, our crowns, our religion, live the good life, and take pictures. You know, take our pictures, post our pictures, live the good life. That's the difference that my tribe has. But I can't, if you can, you're that teacher, but I can't deal. I gave them a chance after chance after chance. They stabbed me every time you said it. And so for me to deal with her and keep it clean after she's been embarrassed in front of her whole family. She was embarrassed that day it closed. Because it was our oldest daughter. It was her christening. And so she don't want to deal with Coptic at all, which she got beat up on both sides. Because her family crucified us, then my family crucified us. So when she needed all this time to heal, I let her do her thing. You know, we do our thing. And then it was like rumors that like Priest Ezra's wife put like a spell on us, on Kendra when we went over there after that to like break us up. And I know because she kept looking at me in church, then she kept sending her daughter over there by me like he needs help. Like, I don't need no help. I'm going through a divorce right now. I'm in pain. Please quit sending your daughter over here. I don't know you. I'm just here to lift my spirit because my church closed, you know? So that's something I tell between me and you, because like I said, you never lied. You were very defensive. You defended me every time, you know, and I defend you and the prophet regardless of y'all personal life. In my eyesight, you're my spiritual mom. That's my spiritual dad, my spiritual father.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but I'm going to reach out to her today and see if she replied back to me.
Okay.
And I'll just, touch bases with you.
All right. Thank you, Queen.
All right. Love you, son.
Love you, too.